and welcome to episode 2 of Old Time Knits. Thank you for joining me today, taking time to watch. You can find me on Instagram as Old Time Knits and on Ravelry as Old Time Knits. My name is Marie and I'm coming to you from central New Hampshire. So I just have to say that I was blown away by all the love and support and encouragement that you all gave me. I cannot believe that I have a podcast and that I have been so warmly welcomed and accepted into the YouTube world. I'm in awe. And I know a lot of people say that, but when it actually happens, you really, really do feel so humbled by it all. So thank you so much to everybody who watched and who subscribed and who liked and who welcomed me with open arms. And, it's the encouragement like that makes you want to come back and do it again. I was so excited to come and share again because you all made that happen. And so just really thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so humbled by it all, and I really, really appreciate it. So come on in and let's get started. Okay, I wanted to talk about what I'm wearing. Ta-da! It's my love note. I cannot believe I finished this. It went off my needles really, really fast, and I just love it. Sometimes when I make a sweater, I'm not always sure I'm gonna wear it, and I was really not sure about this because, of course, when I was making it, it was hot out, but today is the most beautiful autumn day, and I just pulled it off the blocking mats, and it's fantastic. I'm super surprised. I thought it was going to be itchy. I didn't know if I was going to be too hot. I do have a t-shirt on underneath it. I actually found a t-shirt similar to the color, but yeah, I just love it. I will pop in some footage here of a better view of it on me. But the yarn that I used was Hue Loco, and I did find an additional skein of this. She doesn't make this color anymore, and it is called Thicket. I thought it was called Thistle. It's in her spun sock, and it's 80-10-10, so it has some really nice drape on it. It's all tones of greens, and I paired it with this is what I had left. I paired it with the mohair from Sonder Yarn Company in the Boreal colorway. Deep, rich green. So it really made the tone of the sweater super nice. It's very soft, and I think the only I did 2 modifications. I added length to the body because I think I said in my previous video, I don't like cropped sweaters. I'm 6 feet tall, so when you crop a sweater at my waist, it just adds more length to my overall look, and it makes my legs look twice as long as they actually are. So I just make my sweaters a little bit longer. I always have to account for that when I'm purchasing yarn. And I did purchase 3 of these larger size skeins quite a few years back, like 2 or 3 years back, not really knowing what I was going to do with them, but these have a huge amount of yardage on them. These are 600 yards, and so this is her spun sock XL. But anyway, the other modification I did do, it has you do rapid decreases for the sleeves before you bind off, and I did do that on my first sleeve. I did to what they said, and it's just a little bit tight. It doesn't have as much stretch as I would like. So when I did my second sleeve, I just didn't go down to as many stitches. I think this one said 28, and then I did like down to 32, and it's so much better. So I don't know if I'll actually back up and do this one. It's not enough to bother me that much, so I may just leave it. But anyway, that is my love note, and I'm super happy with it. It was really a fun knit and easy knit, and I do have a project page in my Ravelry on it. Okay, let us see what is next. All right, my next finished object is a pair of socks. Let me fix them up here. They are. These are a pair of socks for my very, very dear knit-worthy friend for Christmas. Can't believe I got some Christmas knitting done already. These are made out of, well, first of all, the pattern that I used is from a homespun house. It's Mrs. Weasley's socks, and I do have a project page for them. But anyway, these are on a DK weight, and I did a 44 stitch cast on because she doesn't have really very big feet. And the yarns that I used were Indie Yarn Company. In their 100% superwash merino DK base in the colorway Moss. This is them. This super soft yarn. This is what I have left. You know, you really can get a lot out of a skein of yarn. And then the complementary contrast color was Tippy Tree Yarns in her Tippy Sparkle base in the apple picking colorway. This is 75 merino, 20 nylon, and 5% stellina. This color is so good. It is, it's a little hard to see the sparkle. Well, maybe you can see it there, but it's so sweet. So I think that I have enough with these two to do contrasting in this color, and then the full sock in this. So I may do that at some point. Super nice yarn, both of them. This is just, it's everything. Apple picking. Oh, so good. So anyway, that is my finished object number 2. I didn't do anything spectacular, and this pattern is super easy, but it just adds a little bit of texture down the front of the sock. I actually did it around the whole leg too, but it's not too complicated. It's a 4-row repeat, so I like that because then you can kind of sit and, you know, watch a podcast or whatever. So yeah, so that is finished object number 2. So my next finished object came from a book that I found at, I think it was Joann's, and it's this book here. It's called Quick and Easy Knitting, and a lot of times these books I don't really find anything that I really want to make, but this one had quite a few cute things in it. But anyway, the one that caught my eye is this one, and it's called The Gradient Shawl, and it is by Donna Jones Designs. And I really, really liked it. It's really pretty. And one more picture here, I think. Let's see if I can get it to show. It's here. So that was a good buy. It really, I did page through it in the store, and I don't often buy these kind of books because, you know, they don't always have much in them for what I like to do. But anyway, so I purchased it and I made the shawl. And here it is. It's a little tricky to show. So, all right, let's start at the beginning. Starts here. I started out in a gray and worked my way through some beautiful purples, deep dark plums, all the way to here, which this one is almost black. It's just so pretty. Sorry, it's kind of see-through, but anyway, super easy project. I enjoyed this tremendously. It's so soft and drapey. So let me talk about the yarns. So my main color, or the color for the gray stripes, is a yarn by a company called Yarn Huga. And this is what I had left from 100 gram skein. So that was kind of a lot. That was a lot left over. I purchased this at the New Hampshire Sheep and Wool Festival this May. Soft, soft, soft. Let me tell you what the content is. It's 60% superwash merino, 20% yak, and 20% silk. So the drape on this thing is crazy. Really, really, really nice yarn. And then my contrasting colors, these were mini skeins from my advent calendar from, I think it was 2019, from a company called Spriggs and Stone, and her name is Alicia. I don't think she's dyeing yarn anymore, which is super sad, but this is also a merino yak nylon blend. So this shawl has so much drape to it. It is so pretty. And yeah, I just love it. Oh, it's I was not sure that I was going to be a purple girl, but boy, this is really, really nice. So I do have some, I did post some pictures on Instagram with it, and boy, it makes me want to make another one. So we'll see. But yeah, super easy project. Didn't have a whole lot of complication to it. It's just basically stocking net stitch with a little bit of eyelet rows, and then my favorite, it has a picot bind off, which I think adds so much to a project along the edge. So yeah, it was a really nice, surprisingly fast knit, and I was determined to get it finished quickly, because those things, if I leave them on the needle too long, then they languish, and you don't want languishing whips. All right, let's see what else. All right, in my last episode, I talked about doing a little bit of charity knitting. There's a organization called Knots of Love, and I really, really like them. They accept all kinds of beanies for chemo patients, and I will leave a link below to how to find information on it if you're interested. But it just feels so good to at least be able to, give some joy to somebody who's going through a rough time. So this is my finished object. It's a little hat. This one's a little bit smaller size, so it'll be good for a child or a teenager, maybe even. This is so fun. This funfetti color. Why do I call it funfetti? That's not what it's called, but this is a Lion brand. Heartland tweed, and it's such a nice yarn, super easy to work with, and it is 100% acrylic, which is what they want, because people have to be able to wash them. They need low maintenance, and they're a lot softer. There's no scratchy feel, which is hugely important. So I'm going to direct segue into my next section of the podcast, sorry, which is whips. So here we go, because this is related to it. So first of all, I have this in my bag from Hohe & Co. I showed this the last time. This is one of my favorite bags. Seem to be on a green kick today. Green socks, green sweater, green bags. So I don't know why. I guess I'm in the fall mood. All right, so this is also, I'm also doing this. This is my first whip in the Heartland from Lion brand. And I'm almost done. I'm actually on, oh, sorry, I'm all tangled up here. I'm actually on the decreases for this. These are such nice patterns, and they have these patterns on right on their website, and they're free patterns, or if not, and you pay for them, then they benefit from it. My little pumpkin marker again. think this came in a package from Dragon Horde Yarn quite a few years ago, a couple of years back. So anyway, that is my first work in progress, and these go so fast. I just love it. So, you know, my goal is to make a couple more because you want to have a few of them to send before you package them and send them off. So that was my first whip. And then my second whip I just cast on because I couldn't even help it. It's in a bag from Mountain State Stitches. Is there a tag on here? Oh, it is. Yep. Mountain State Stitches. Sorry, it was Midwest Stitches, excuse me. And it's a cute little fall pumpkin theme bag. Yeah, I'm a fall nut, what can I say? All right, so I started a pair of socks. Cast these on because I'm totally all about the fall stuff right now. So here they are. Love, love, love this yarn. So this is Polka Dot Creek in her DK weight self-striping sock. And this is called Sweater Weather. So pretty. Again, I'm just doing a vanilla sock. I don't do it fancy. And it's got a contrasting heel, which this mini came, it was a sock set in her self-striping Sweater Weather. Oh, I love it so much. So these are flying off the needle. I don't know about you guys, but when I do self-striping, it definitely goes a lot faster. So I cast on 48 and it's just a vanilla sock. I don't use a pattern. I just have a recipe that works for me. And I try to put that in my show notes, excuse me, on my project page in Ravelry, so you can find out the details. But I have a big foot, so I have a lot of rows to go on the foot. But yeah, this yarn is fantastic. See if I can get the ball for you here. Here it is. It's got so many great colors in it. And then this is the little mini that came with it. Ah, love it so much. Can't wait to wear these. So these are going super fast. So those will probably be a finished project for us the next round. Okay, let me see what else I got. Hey, my next whip is in a bag from a Stitchy Girl Studio. Look at it, isn't it so pretty? Coneflower, echinacea. This is her tag. I don't know if I'll be able to get it up there. It's a Stitchy Girl Studio. She's on Etsy. She does fantastic work. This is a very solid, nicely made project bag. Great. It's got a pocket inside. Pocket there. Which is, I love having a pocket. Oh, actually, it's two smaller ones. I'm sorry. I like having that because you can put stuff in it. You know, like a little tape measure or little notions. And I also like that it has this handle, which is very nice. Okay, so I am making the Wave of Change jacket from Denise Bayron, Bayron Handmade. I don't have a picture of the sweater to show you, but I will link a Ravelry page for it. So here it is. I just split for the sleeves. I love it so much. This is so squishy. So squishy. So, like I said, I just split for the sleeve. I kind of have it all bunched up on a smaller needle at the moment. So, I don't know if you can see that, but this color is dreamy. Okay, let's talk about it. This is from Expression Fiber Arts. It is in her buttery, bulky, 100% superwash merino wool. 120 yards per 100 grams. This is the Timekeeper colorway. It really doesn't, this does not do it justice. It's this deep, rich, navy, blue, Oh, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. There, that's a good picture of it. So soft, super easy to knit with, and um, nice stitch definition on it. So I am making the second size on this, and so far the only modification I did was I added a few more stitches underneath the arms after I split for the sleeves, because she only had you do like a couple, and I didn't think that that was going to be enough for me. But the next size up was too many. It was going to be way too big on me. So I am super happy with this, and I just cannot wait to get it off the needles. It's going so fast that it will be a finished project really, really soon. What do I have on here for progress keeper? Oh yeah, or it's actually a stitch marker. I got this at my local yarn shop. So cute. It's just a little, sorry, sparkly leaf. Yeah, so I was very, very happy with this, and it's going so fast. It's going to be done in no time. So that is that. All right, I have one more finished object here, and can't even with this. Look at these. Oh my goodness, I can't even. So this pattern is called Petite Pumpkin, and it's by Michelle Meadows is the designer. This is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I just love them. They were super easy to make. I just used scraps of yarn, all different colors. So who wouldn't love these? Let me put them back in the bowl. They're so cute in a bowl. See them? So I used whatever the pattern called for a needle. I think it's a US 3. These are all DK weight scraps that I had, and I just went and got a little stick twig from my yard and stuck them in there. So cutest things ever. They just make me smile so much. I just love little things like that. And you know, sometimes you just need a real quick project. So yeah, that Petite Pumpkin, I will link it down below. All right, I do have a couple of acquisitions that came in the mail. Yeah, love going to the mailbox when you know something's coming. It's so exciting. So the first one is a Yarn of the Month Club from Freckled Whimsy, and this is it. Oh my gosh, DK weight, self-striping. 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 245 yards in her DK weight. And this is called Pumpkin Kisses and Harvest Wishes. So sweet, so nice. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be amazing. So she has really nice yarn. So that was her Yarn of the Month Club. All the things to cast on. I don't know how I'm going to find the time to cast all of these things on. All right, and my second acquisition was from Polka Dot Creek, which I showed you the actual first color in my, where is that? In my whips, and it was Sweater Weather, self-striping. So I did get another one on her self-striping in her DK, and this is called Pumpkin Patch. Are you sensing a theme here? Yes, I just love all the fall, all of it. Again, her DK weight, 75-25, 245 yards, and then a 20 gram mini skein. This is called Pumpkin Patch, if I didn't say that. Oh, killing me. I really just want to mad cast on everything. And then I also got one of her yarn bouquets. This is also a DK weight. I thought maybe because I do a lot of DK weight socks now that this would be nice to have as heels, toes, cuffs. So this is her, again, 75 superwash, 25% nylon, DK weight, 49 yards on each, and this is her trick or treat. It does say one of a kind on a tag, but look at this green. Good grief. So pretty. So, so pretty. So I'm sure I will find some use for those. Oh, just love them. Yeah, love them. I'm trying to be really good about not purchasing too much. I did purchase the yarn for my Wave of Change jacket from Expression Fiber Yarns, specifically for that, and cast it right on so I wouldn't have to have it languishing. So yeah, so that is it in acquisitions, and I think I'm gonna wrap this up for today. Like I said at the beginning, thank you so much to everybody for joining me. I just I cannot even believe that this is a reality here. I mean, you dream about, you know, producing a podcast, and there's a lot of the behind the scenes, and right now at this point in my life I do have time. I do work a job. It's a seasonal job at a local farm stand, and so, you know, during the good months, the summer months, I'm busy a little bit more, but once September hits after Labor Day, then it slows down a little bit on that end, so I have more time to do the knitting, and I do a lot of knitting in the fall and in the winter because it's my off season, so I really enjoy it. But anyway, I'm still looking forward to Rhinebeck. I will probably see you again before we head out, and I need to give a couple of shout outs. I really wanted to shout out to Judy of the Autumn Eggcorn Knits for encouraging me to do this podcast, and for being so supportive. And the other person whom I reached out to when I was thinking about doing my podcast was Cozy Meadow Knits, and she is also has a podcast, and Sophie is just a doll, and we have quickly become friends, even though she's in Canada and I'm here in the States. Just being able to connect with somebody on a regular basis is just so gratifying. So thank you to Judy, and thank you to Sophie, both, for all of the encouragement. And okay, I think that is all I have to say for today. So I will see you the next time. Thank you again for watching. Bye.